Hi, welcome to Stat 300. I'm Wayne Jensen and I'm your instructor for this online course. As this course is completely online, instruction is going to be given in an online format. And I talk about that down here on the welcome page. And I hope you've had an opportunity to read through that. One thing that it mentions right up front is that in order to do the assessments and also the instructional delivery online, I'm utilizing a program called MyMathLab that is connected with a particular textbook. So MyMathLab will be the interface that you use to do all your homework and all your exams, and so it's important to have access to that immediately. Not only does it provide assessments, but it also provides instruction. And you can see that in another video, or just if you go to the modules. MyMathLab has video lectures over sections, over particular homework problems. It has reviews. It has a lot of material that really makes it a nice, robust way to learn. In addition to the MyMathLab videos, I've created videos of my own to help support you throughout this learning environment. But having said all of that, it is super important that you realize that you have to purchase MyMathLab and access to it almost immediately. And so down here at the bottom where it says getting started, I put as the very first bullet to register for MyMathLab following these instructions or video. And the instructions are written instructions, and the video is what it says, a video showing how to do it, created by the publisher. And so if I clicked on instructions, this would come up, and they're pretty readable, right? So you would just follow this, and you may never need to have seen this video. There might be many students that don't do that. If we clicked on the video link, it would bring up this video in which they would...
What is going to be in your Pearson course? MyLab is an online homework and tutorial system which accompanies your text. MyLab uses a combination of immediate feedback, some study...
Right, so they're going to highlight it, but then they're going to walk you through the registration process and what that looks like.
As to your textbook.
But, you know, it's created by a publisher, so it's not exactly our interface. So I thought it might be good, and that's why I created this announcement to remind you that it's important to do immediately to register for MyMathLab, and created this video that you link to using that announcement. And so from our interface right here, I am in student view, so it does show me exactly what you see. You'll see these menu options off on the left-hand side. To register for MyMathLab, you're going to want to click on this My Lab and Mastering option, this link, I guess. So as you click on that, it's going to bring you to a different page within Canvas related to our course, and you're going to want to click on this yellow Open MyMathLab and Mastering. So as you do that, it takes you right to the Pearson MyMathLab site. So I want to stress, you do not go to mymathlab.com. Everything is done through Pearson. So you come to our course, right? And you click on MyMathLab Mastering. You click on Open MyMathLab and Mastering, and at no point do you ever go to MyMathLab. You'll never do that. We want everything to be through Canvas because that's how the course is linked. If you try to go outside of it, it won't know which course to link it up to. So this is the way to do it. So you won't need any course IDs or anything like that because you're going straight through Canvas. So you click that MyMathLab Mastering button, the Open MyMathLab Mastering, and you're here. You accept the license agreement, and what comes next is maybe you've had another math course that has used MyMathLab or a Pearson equivalent. Well, you can use your old username and password. If you haven't ever used the system, you can create one, and it would walk you through a process to create. Now, this can be any email address, any username, any password that you want. And then you are going to create your account. Now, beyond that, I can't show you what's going to be there, but I can tell you what's going to be there. They're going to want to make sure that you pay for your access. So there'll be three options. One option will be to purchase it right there online, and my memory says that it's around $90-something. And so you purchase it, you just, with a major credit card, you put it in there, and you hit purchase, and you have immediate access. And it's for the full length of the semester, even beyond a little bit. And so you'll have that access no matter when you want to go in there, but it will be immediate. The second option will be to tell the system that you've already purchased a MyMathLab access code. So let me come back here and go to the home screen again. And down here, maybe you've already read this and used this ISBN, this 97801, to purchase what's called a MyMathLab access code. Well, if you've done that purchase on your own through the internet or through the bookstore, maybe you paid a little bit less in that process, you would then, at this register point, again, after we've created our username and password, we would click the box that says I already have an access code, and we would put that access code in. And then we get immediate access. There is a third option. Sometimes our financial aid hasn't come through, our paycheck isn't here, and we need to wait for it a little bit. They do offer temporary complimentary 14-day access. So it's completely free and allows you to get started with the course. So there's no reason somebody shouldn't be able to get started right away in the course. And that's important. We have homework due the very right away, like in the second week of classes. And so we want to make sure that you're in that system right away. And so if finances are an issue and you need a little bit of extra time, it's there. If you choose the 14-day temporary access, you must purchase access within that 14-day window. What happens if you don't is it just cuts you off. And it's a little bit harder to deal with. I haven't had really any issues with individuals getting their temporary access and then extending it. So should be a very smooth process. So again, the three options that you have after you create your account would be to purchase it right there with the credit card, or to to have already purchased an access code, or go to a bookstore and purchase it on the side and plug it in. And then the third option is 14-day access, in which you buy yourself some time to do one of the first two options. Purchase it online, or purchase it somewhere else and plug in that access code. So hopefully that makes sense. I just felt it would be really good to give you a visual of that. Once you register for the MyMathLab, then everything's opened up, right? So once I have MyMathLab access, so for example, if I put myself back in student view, I haven't purchased it as a student. So if I don't have MyMathLab access and I go to do the 1-1 homework, it's going to tell me, well, actually it brings me to the registration screen. So that's great. I didn't realize it did that, but it's not going to let you access that. It's going to take you to the register for the MyMathLab site. So even if my video was you not watched beforehand, when you go to try to access an assignment, you're going to have some issues. There's going to be nothing there. But once you purchase that, let me go back and go under myself where I've already purchased it. So I'm going to leave the student view. This is my view, which is very similar to yours. Now when I click on the 1.1 homework, I have it. And this is only possible if I purchase the MyMathLab access code. And I can just start doing my homework. Remember, before, under that last view, I wasn't able to do anything. Let's see. I would choose an answer, check my answer, and it's saying, hey, that's incorrect. And so I try something else. And then it's, oh, I needed both of those. Okay. And it moves me on to, so the homework's very easy, but you can only access it once you have purchased the MyMathLab access code. And that's why it's so important. So get on that right away. Hopefully this video helped. And I was grateful I did this last part, because I didn't realize that it would, if you tried to access the homework, I thought before it just told you, you don't have access. But it does actually toggle you back to that place where you can purchase access. So reach out to me if there's any questions or concerns. I'm happy to answer them. But typically there's not. It's just something that you need to know you need to do. Okay, thanks so much.